Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this summery bronzy look. So if you would like to see how I got from the left to the right, then just keep watching. So I'm starting off with skincare. I'm going in with some Estee Lauder sample products that I got from Sephora. It came in this little pack, I think it was $20 or something like that. I just let that soak in for about 5 minutes, and I'm going in with the Tea Tree Pore Minimizing Primer just to give some extra skincare just to those irritated areas on my face that I have. I'm just rubbing that in. With this primer, you definitely do have to let it soak in. And I'm also just using a mattifying primer on my T-zone just because I get super oily when it's hot. I did film this when it was a bit of hotter weather. Filmed this a couple of months ago, just haven't had a chance to upload it and edit it. So I'm just making sure that's really blended into my skin, and I'm using clean fingers, of course. I don't want my skin to get any worse than it already is. I'm also going in with one of my favourite primers, which is the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer. I definitely swear by this stuff. It's one of my all-time favourite primers. It just does a really good job of filling in fine lines and pores. I do notice that if my skin isn't properly exfoliated, it does bunch up a little bit, but other than that, I absolutely love it. I'm just going in with the Rimmel Match Perfection Concealer, I believe it's called. I think I'm in the shade Ivory. I'm just doing this to cancel out any discoloration around my eyes and on my eyelids, just so if I do my eyes first before my foundation, I don't get foundation and concealer all over the eye makeup. I find that it's just a little bit easier to do this. You can also go in with like a color correcting concealer or whatever, but I find that just a normal brightening concealer works well for me. So I'm also filling in my eyebrows. I can do an eyebrow tutorial if you would prefer. I'm just going to skip over this bit quickly just because it is kind of boring. I'm just going in with some Anastasia products. Now I'm just going to start onto the eyeshadow. I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette for this. I'm just going in with a white shadow just to set the concealer, just so nothing creases. And then I'm going in with a transition color. I can't 100% remember the name of this color. I will leave everything linked down below in the description box, just in case you're interested. So I'm going in with like a warm orange transition shade, and then I'm going in with this cool tone brown shade, and then I'm also going in with another brown shade, and I'm using the Extravaganza palette, and I'm just using another brown shade. And basically what I'm trying to do is have a really blown out crease, or try and define my crease even more. I'm wanting this look to be really bronzy and just really warm, so that's what I'm doing with all these different browns. Then I'm going in with another shade of brown and a more tapered, dense crease brush. This one is more dense, so it does pack on color a little bit more. I'm just trying to deepen up the outer V and the lid space a little bit. I'm not going to the inner corner of the lid, just because I want to keep that area nice and bright, and we will put another color there. Then I'm just using that same fluffy brush and just blending that out. I'm also going in with a short shader brush and this gold color from the Extravaganza palette. It's more of a bronzy gold. I'm just packing this on the lid and just blending out those colors, and then I'm just packing on the lid shade again, blending it out, packing it on, blending it out. As you can see, there is a bit of fallout, which is why I did do my eyes first. I'm also just highlighting my brow bone and my inner corner with this white bone shade. Then I'm going in with some liquid liner. This is basically just to hide the lash band. You don't have to be too precise or too perfect with it. It's just so that the lashes don't look too fake. I'm also doing my tight line with some Maybelline brown eyeliner. This definitely looks really creepy now that I'm watching it back while editing this. Basically all I do is just push the eyeliner up into my upper waterline and just run the pencil along there. Then I'm just curling my lashes and applying a coat of mascara, and then we will move on to the face. Then moving on to foundation, I'm going in with the It Cosmetics CC Cream, and I'm in the shade Tan. I'm just adding in a lighter foundation just to lighten up the color a little bit, because it was a bit dark for me. I did have about a week-old fake tan on here, so I'm just blending this in all over my face just with a Real Techniques brush. But this CC Cream is so good. It is so full coverage and so luminous. I definitely do have to set it with a powder just because I am a bit on the oilier side. Then I'm just concealing my under eyes and the center of my face just to brighten up my foundation and make me look a little bit more awake, and it also adds like a little bit more of glam to the makeup look. So I've just fast forwarded this bit just because I am concealing a lot of my face, and I'm also just going to blend it out with the same foundation brush I used just to make sure that everything is blended and there's no harsh lines or anything like that. I'm also just going to go over my whole face with a beauty blender just to make sure that the product is synced into my skin and there's no excess product on my face. Then moving on to a cream highlight. This is an extra step, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I'm just going in with this Gerard Cosmetics BB Illumination Cream, I think it's called. My packaging like broke on mine, so I have to like squeeze it out so the pump doesn't actually work. So I'm just applying this to the center of my nose and the tops of my cheekbones. I just love putting highlighter on the top of my nose. I don't know what it is, but I just think it looks so pretty. I'm just blending that in with my finger, and then I do go over and just dab it in with my beauty blender. Then I'm just setting my under eyes with this translucent powder. This is just a little sample size. I'm using a brush from Models Prefer. I can't remember what the brush is actually called. I'm just blending out my under eyes just to make sure there's no creasing there, and then just setting it with this translucent powder. This powder has like a little bit of shimmer in it, so it just makes my eyes not look so cakey. And then I'm just using a setting powder and just a fluffy brush just so I don't apply too much powder. I just want a light dusting of the powder just so my face still looks a little bit glowy from that CC cream. Then I'm going in with this Inglot bronzer. I have no idea what this bronzer is called, but it's got a little bit of shimmer in it. It's just a really nice like neutral toned bronzer. I'm just doing this for like more of a transition on my face for where I'm going to put the contour later. So I'm just bronzing up my skin, just making sure everything blends down my neck. And then I'm also just using the Anastasia contour kit, and I'm using the two highlighting shades. I'm not quite sure what they're called, but I'm just using that under my eyes and just down the center of my face just to highlight my face a little bit. Then moving back onto the eyes, I'm just using these two brown colours just on my lower lash line just to smoke things out a bit, and then I'm going in and blending out those shadows. I did put the colour a little bit too far down my under eyes, so I was just trying to blend it as well as I could. I'm also going in with some glitter. This one's from Makeup Store and it's so pretty. I actually just recently did a makeup look with glitter under my eyebrows, which I'm planning on filming very soon. Basically what I'm doing is putting the glitter just on the inner portion of my eyelid. I just thought it would be a little like sparkle just when the eyes were open. Then I'm just going and contouring my cheekbones underneath my jawline just to get rid of my double chin, and I'm contouring just on my temples, under my lip, and a little bit on the sides of my nose. I really like these contour powders just because they're not too warm and they create a nice illusion of a shadow. Then I'm going in with this Morphe Brushes blush palette, and I'm using this nude color. I'm just applying that to the apples of my cheeks and working backwards. I mentioned this in my current favorites video, which I'll leave linked down below. Then I'm just setting that cream highlight with a powder highlight. This is Mary Luminizer. It's definitely a staple in my makeup collection. You want a really stark highlight, like one that's definitely going to make you look like a disco ball. Definitely go out and buy this one. I think you can get it from like David Jones and online. As I said, it's from The Balm. I've worn this out clubbing before and I've had so many people come up to me and go, oh my god, what's on your cheeks? I just love this highlight so much. It's so shimmery and so pretty. So I'm just applying that to my cheekbones and anywhere I put that cream highlight, and then I'm just blending that out to make sure there's no harsh lines or anything like that. Then I'm going in with some mascara on my lower lashes, and I'm just doing this just so that my lower lashes don't disappear with my false lashes, and I'm blending my real lashes into the false lashes. I'm also using that same highlight on my brow bone and my inner corner just to give an illusion of a higher brow and my eyes to be more open and awake, just because I do have some dark colors on the eyes. I'm then also just going to set my brows with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. You definitely need this if your eyebrows fly away like mine do. It literally is like cement in a tube. I know so many people say that, but it's true. Then I like to go over with a coloured eyebrow gel just to give it a little bit more oomph to my eyebrows. It definitely makes them look a little bit more fuller. This is the Australis Tip My Brow. Then I'm just lining my lips with this MAC lip liner just so my lips have a little bit more shape, and just filling in the edges so they're a bit more even. I'm then going in with this Essence liquid lipstick. It takes like about 5 minutes to fully dry on your lips, but then it does stay there all day and all night. I've eaten and drinking with this and it's still been on. I absolutely love it, and I'm pretty sure it's only a few dollars. So I'm just applying this all over my lips, and as I said, it does stay glossy for a little bit, but that does go down. And then I'm just putting a coat of lip gloss. This one's from NARS. I don't remember what it was called, but I got it in a little goodie pack from Mecca. And this just gives a really nice sheen to the lips, and it's really good because it's not sticky. I hate lip glosses that are really sticky. So I'm just applying this and then setting my face with some Models Prefer setting spray, and that is the finished makeup look. If you guys like this, please give it a thumbs up and share it around. I'd love to get my channel out there a little bit more, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! It just gives such a nice cooling sensation on the skin. We're now in summer here in Australia, so it's really nice for those like hot days. The last like base cream product I want to talk about is this concealer. This concealer is the shit, like, excuse my language, but it is so good.